Dear viewer, do you belong to the society which believes that education is the key, or to a society that does not any longer believe that education in itself has any help? With me today is a visitor, once again from Nigeria, who we discussed with in the first episode concerning the background and what have you. But today we are specifically going to talk about education systems, of course comparing that happens in Nigeria and that happens in Uganda, and what we may need for the coming years. So we are glad to have you, Sister Sarah.
I'm happy to be here too.
How are you? How are you doing?
Well, I would say I'm doing very good.
Bless God.
Yeah.
In the previous episode, you hinted on your going through lower school and high school. We want to get a picture of how was school life to you.
Hmm. School life, I would say my primary school was full of fun
Okay.
because most of the times the things I enjoy is excursions, you know,
Mm.
um, excursions, going for swimming and competitions,
Yes.
debating, and
Yes.
society club, which I really love because I love presenting.
Yes. Yes.
And what else? You know, running home every day to meet my mom was also best part of the story.
In the
As kids,
evening
yeah, in
to
the evening, because I was having extra lesson, tutorial classes after school. Because my school closes around 2, so from 2 to 4, I have extra lesson before I run back home.
okay, you hint on extra lessons.
Yeah.
At what stage of school does that happen in Nigeria?
Mostly it starts from P3 and above.
P3. You also do up to P7.
No,
Mm-hmm.
P6.
P6. What happens during at the end of P6
At the end of
to usher you into
P6,
a new
you
level?
move into secondary school.
You don't do any exam or something?
Yeah, we used to have primary living exam.
Primary at P6.
Yes, at P6.
Then you go to secondary. How long
Yes.
is the secondary?
Secondary is also 6 years, but it's divided into two. We have junior secondary school and then we have senior secondary school.
Junior secondary school and senior secondary
Secondary
school.
school.
Are they 3 3 years or
Yes.
4 2?
No, they are 3 3.
3 3. Eh? How is it? How is the experience there?
For my junior secondary school,
Yes.
I would say I was too focused.
In
Focused
your
in
junior secondary
in
school,
junior secondary
you are
school
more focused than in
than
the.
senior
Okay.
secondary
Yeah.
school.
Okay.
In the sense like I was too into books when I was in my junior secondary school. I never had time to play with friends. I never had time to make friends. I never had time to join any debates in society clubs.
Mm.
I never had the opportunity to go for excursions.
Yes.
You know, I was just, it's me and my books alone. I was living, to me, I call it a boring life.
Oh,
Bookworm.
now that you have seen life.
So, entering secondary school, I felt
Mm.
like baby girl losing up a little
Yes.
and do what your age mates are doing. So I decided to explore by going for adventures, excursions, join groups, choir in school,
Yes. Yes.
sports in school, debates, and
Yes.
many more.
You had originally said that in your primary
Mm.
you enjoyed school because of the debates and what have you.
Yes,
So, what in the middle happened that now in junior school you are no longer interested? You are only focused on
the
books.
reason because I was taken to a school I never wanted. So I distanced myself from everybody. I thought if I become quiet and always moody, probably
The parents.
my parents they will change their mind by taking me to the school I want, but
Okay.
they never did.
Maybe it was an answered prayer. What do you think?
Well, I felt because they were considering the distance then,
Okay.
they never wanted me to go far because my junior
Oh,
secondary
okay.
school was a day school.
Yes, yes.
They wanted me closer to the house.
Yes.
But for me, I wanted to stay far away.
Okay.
So I decided to just not to associate with anybody. I decided to keep things to myself. So that was the reason why I didn't actually enjoy my junior secondary school.
Okay. You didn't enjoy your junior
Yeah,
secondary school.
because I realized I missed a lot.
So, given chance, you'd go back and show
Hmm.
up.
I would have loved to make some friends because they were good people, but I
You
didn't
didn't
use
have
the
the
chance
time.
I had.
Okay.
So it was my own sorry to myself. Like
Yes,
part of
yes,
the
yes,
story,
yes.
I let good people go.
You evaluated and.
Yeah.
So, why did you hate a school that was close to your home?
It's not that I hated it, but because I was getting too much of attention I never wanted.
Oh, your parents seem to be celebrities.
Not
Or
celebrities,
you are.
but I was getting more attention from my people and I wanted to be free.
Yes, yes.
You know, you are in class and all of a sudden your mother just showed up and said, "Ah, I'm just coming back from work and I decide to visit you and see how you're doing." And in school, your friends will tell you, your mommy's girl, your daddy's girl.
Yes,
So
yes.
then, we never knew the value of being a mommy's girl and daddy's girl. So we
Until.
feel they are choking us then.
Yes.
So because of that, I wanted to just stay far away.
Okay.
And I had friends that were staying far.
Yes,
And when their parents are going to visit them, they're always going with a lot of provisions, school
yes,
snacks
yes.
and everything. So I also wanted that treat.
You
So
wanted the full case
yeah, I
of
wanted the full
it.
case of provisions.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up staying close to them. But it was cool though. At the end of the day, my senior school was far away because it was a boarding school, and I also had the benefits I always longed for.
At the end of the 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. What about now that you have crossed to the higher school and you are
Mm,
enjoying excursions, debating clubs, and choir? Uh-huh.
yeah. Okay. My school was a missionary school.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically we love going out, talking to people, evangelism, even though some of us never wanted to be a pastor, but
Yes.
we still have this zeal to talk to people. We
Yes.
have not really been preaching,
Yes.
but like helping people outside there actually made me to actually have more interest in my passion.
Okay.
So it was a good thing going out there to cities, to orphanages, less
Yes.
privileged homes,
Mm.
the old ones, the
Mm.
aged ones, and talking to them, making them feel the worth having people around,
Life. Yes.
worth living,
Yes.
worth feel loved, even when they feel they don't have anyone around them.
Okay.
So because of that, I just love, like, my senior secondary school actually made me to know how to interact with different levels of people, both the children, both the adolescent, both the
The,
working class, and also the aged ones. Because we are being made to understand that, oh, this week we are going to this kind of people, the orphanages from the age of this and this, and the the aged ones, probably the ones that have been put in aged home because their children are so busy
mm.
to take care of them, they're only sending money to them. But when you look at these people, they actually want their family around them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we actually feel in the space of their children not being around. And it has actually given us a connection to know how to deal with both the young and
Oh,
also the adults.
you are seeing all that. Hello viewers, I want to welcome you back to this channel. We are still in conversation with Sarah, who is telling us about her education background. We were still sharing, and you seemed to be so excited about your high school, almost going back. What was your most memorable moment in high school?
Yes, my most memorable moment in high school is right. Yeah, when I was in senior six, a surprise birthday was thrown to me. I least expected both from my juniors, my the seniors, and also the school at large. I didn't prepare to celebrate that day because I felt it was just a normal day like any other. I wasn't
Yes.
expecting to celebrate, though I love celebrating my birthdays. But that particular one, I never felt to celebrate. So I didn't even bother to tell my parents I wanted to celebrate that particular birthday.
Yes.
But on that fateful day, I woke up in the morning and normal customs, I was beaten in the morning by my classmates. You know,
Mm.
tradition says your mother suffered when you were born. So you also need to feel the pain a little. So my
For being
classmates,
born.
yeah, being born. So I was beaten in the morning by my classmates, so I thought that was all that would happen that day. But
Mm.
my juniors surprised me with so much love, so much care, gift upon gifts I least expected.
Mm.
Even from my classmates,
Yeah.
my classmates, they also gifted me. And when the school also some of the teachers also find out that it was my day, they decide to join hands with the students and also celebrate me. So it actually meant a lot to me because I felt loved,
Okay.
even though I know that I had a lot of enemies. But that day actually made me to understand that the little things you throw out there, the little good things you throw out there has a way of coming back to you. So that
Okay.
day really made me special and made me to feel I need to continue to do good.
Sure.
Yeah, because it was a huge birthday ceremony. I have never had that kind of multitude, that kind of big party,
Yes.
but that was the best part of it in my high school. I really enjoyed my day. Even though after the party I have to purge because I ate a lot of cake and sugary.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But that was the best part of it.
regardless,
Regardless
regardless,
of what happened
it's
after
the
the
best.
birthday party.
Sure. Sure.
So that is it.
You have suggested that you thought you had a lot of enemies.
Yes.
What made you think you have a lot of enemies?
I had a lot of enemies because I was standing in the ways of how they do things in the school. Not
Yes.
really the school, but some students in the school.
Yes.
You know, we have some set of students that bully students,
Yes.
and we have this tradition of picking the dirtiest students of the year, the naughtiest students, the most stubborn, the punctual. You know, we have the both the good and the bad.
Yes. Yes.
So at the end of the year, we give them gifts, and those that falls on the bad books, they are being given punishment.
Yes. Yes.
So there was a particular student that was very dirty under the circumstance that he does not know how to do those things.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was given the dirtiest junior. He was in senior one.
It's
So
at the end of the year.
yeah, at the end of the year, he
Yes.
was going to senior two then.
Mm.
So he was brought on the assembly ground. They wanted to beat him as part of the punishment.
The normal
But yeah,
punishment.
I could not just bear him beating on the things he does not know. It's not that maybe he was taught and he refused to do them.
Yes.
He
Yes.
didn't know how to do them.
Mm.
So because of that, I just stood up, you know. To the seniors, I embarrassed them by standing up
Yes.
for a junior
Yes.
in
Yes.
their presence. And for the juniors, I was their savior at that particular time. So I felt instead of him being punished, why don't we just teach and love him, teach him in love?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel Cain does not actually train
Sure. Sure.
children at times. So I put it upon myself and make it my responsibility. I become a school mother though.
Okay.
So I have to bring him to myself, teach him how to wash his clothes, how to iron his uniform, and every other thing. And within a time, he became one of the neatest junior.
Okay.
So
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah.
So because of that, I had a lot of enemies because I was just standing for the juniors instead of
Mm.
standing with the seniors, since I am also one of the seniors.
They wanted
So
you to fit in the culture.
yeah, they wanted me to fit in the culture, but I could not just bear it watching my mates, my seniors punishing the ones that needed to be corrected with love.
So, what was your worst day in school?
My worst day in school was when I was beaten unjustly. Okay, this is what happened.
Yes.
I was in class and my classmates, they had some misunderstanding and they started to fight in class.
Yes.
I wasn't part of it because I was busy sleeping that day.
Okay.
I was a little bit down because I had headache in the morning, so I was
Yes.
resting,
Yes.
sleeping in my deep sleep. And when they found out that the class was noisy, they reported the class to the school,
Yes. Yes.
and then the principal just came and was just like, "What happened?" And people were just like, "Is this set of people? Is this set of people?"
Yes.
But they never wanted to listen to us that were involved,
Yes.
that was not involved in the fight. So
Yes.
what they did was they brought every one of us out and we were flogged. Six strokes of the cane. And one thing I hate about school is being flogged.
Sorry. Sorry.
So since I felt bad, I felt I
Yes.
was cheated, I felt I was judged,
Mm.
I felt I was being given the punishment I don't deserve. So I
Okay.
really felt bad. Though I later on explained everything to my principal, which he actually apologized
Okay.
to some of us that was not
Not part.
involved.
Yes.
But we already
The
beaten.
pain is
The
still
pain is
there.
still there.
Apology doesn't take away.
I tell you, so I
Yes.
really felt bad. Though me talking to my principal about it
Mm.
actually made him to realize that you need to listen to some of the students before you just beat
Sure.
everybody. But
Sure.
I've already taken the punishment already.
Sure.
And
Sure.
I hate being beaten on my boots and it was on my boots. So I felt the pain.
Sure.
But all good. It was part of the experience and
Okay. So, what did you want to be as you studied? What was your goal? What was your dream?
I have always wanted to be a lifesaver, an advocate for the young and the
Okay.
old,
Okay.
and helping people in any way I can, no matter how little.
Okay.
So,
So, which professions could those be?
okay, and that profession is none other than nursing.
Okay. You've always wanted to be a nurse.
Right from childhood.
Oh, I remember. Yes, you
Yes.
shared that. But you said in diploma you didn't do nursing.
Yes, in diploma I didn't do nursing. I went for science lab,
Science
technology.
lab.
Technology, yeah.
Why? Why didn't you go for nursing?
Because I never had the opportunity then. And
Oh,
nursing is a lifetime profession. You
yes,
have to
yes,
give it
yes.
all.
Yes,
But at that particular time, because I was having a little financial crisis,
yes.
I wanted a course I'll be able to work so that I'll be able to earn some money and to be able to sponsor myself.
Oh, okay.
So that was the only course that gave me the opportunity. And I found out is also in the science world, you get.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
that was why I went for the course. Not because I loved it. I later on loved the course, but from
yes.
the onset, I never did.
Okay. Now that you have come to Uganda, what differences do you realize between the education systems there and here?
You know, education is never easy anywhere. And I want to say Uganda is a good country because they are really serious with education.
Are you sure?
Very serious with education.
That is for us.
Yes, that is for you.
Eh,
And when it comes to things up here, oh my God, you people are very brilliant. I can't deny that fact.
okay.
You guys are very good upstairs. I watch some of my classmates, the things I cannot cram in just 5 minutes.
You have called it cramming. Okay.
Yeah, there are sometimes you have to cram some things.
Yes.
When you are dealing with lecturers that will tell you, I want exactly the way it is written. You
Yes.
get
Yes.
it?
Oh, yeah.
So because of that, I'll just see my students in some minutes,
Mm.
they've already crammed it. But
Yes.
for
Yes.
me, I can battle
Still
with it,
struggling.
struggling with it for hours.
Yes. Yes.
So when it comes to getting things in the head, Ugandans are very good. I give it a thumbs up. They are very
Okay.
good at it.
We thank God for that.
Yes. So, but when it comes to the educational aspect, well, I would say the tertiary institution is okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the tertiary institution is
You are
okay.
in love with it.
I am in love with it.
Mm.
But when I look at the primary and the secondary, I feel they are putting on they are putting a lot of pressure
Okay.
on the students.
Yes.
For the primary, one thing I have noticed is why should a primary school student be in a boarding school?
Okay.
That is the age bracket where they need to create a connection with their
Yes.
parents. So I
Yes.
feel a lot of students are lacking that because they have to be in a boarding school because their parents are working class and they don't have time for them. So
Yes. Yes.
because of that, they have to place them in a boarding school.
Sure.
But for the secondary school, I feel the educational sectors
Mm.
have instilled fear in the students, saying that senior 5 and 6 is very hard. And
And I
because
think
of
it
that,
is.
yeah, and they
Mm.
think it is. So because of that, the students easily leave the school when they reach senior 4. After
Branch. Yes.
writing their
Senior
senior
four.
4 exam,
Yes.
they move to do certificate courses,
Yes.
majorly nursing. There are a lot of people doing nursing, even though
Yes.
that is not their calling, even though that is not what they have passion for.
Sure.
But they just feel that is the course they can easily,
Since they can't go for
since
high
they can't
school.
go for the senior 6.
Okay.
But to me, I feel there is no course that is hard. There is no course that is difficult to handle
Okay.
because I feel there are 4 stages in which a course can be made easier.
Okay.
Number 1,
Yes.
the teacher. Number 2, the method of teaching.
Okay.
Number 3, the student. Then number 4, the method of assimilating things and the
For the
level
student.
for the student.
Yes.
For the teachers is the method, let me say
Delivery.
for the teachers, the way you deliver your message matters.
Yes.
And for some teachers, even some of them are good at the course, but they don't have passion for the course, so they don't really know how to deliver the course.
It's best thing.
And when it comes to method of passing on the
Delivery.
message, delivering the teaching, students are different. We are all having different levels of assimilation of things.
Yes, sure, sure.
So teachers have to understand each student according to their capacities and
Yes.
make sure that it brings the teaching to their level.
Yes.
Bring examples, bring things that will make them to easily assimilate and understand you.
Sure.
Because a teacher cannot be successful if the student does not understand what he's teaching. If
Sure, sure.
if your students are failing, then you are not a good teacher.
Sure.
So that is
It's a reflection of the
Yeah.
teacher's
So
capacity.
for the students is them having the zeal to learn.
Yes, yes.
When you don't love a course, you cannot understand the course.
Sure.
So for a teacher have to make the student love the course by making it
Yes.
simpler for them.
Yes.
Why the student that also wants to make something out of education have to learn how to love what the teachers are teaching them. I
Sure.
know it's not easy, but when you create that zeal of love for a cause, it will lead
Yes.
you to read and read. You
Yes.
don't expect to understand something in a day. So by
Sure.
the time
Sure.
you keep on going back to it, the more easier it becomes. So don't just pile up
Yes. Yes.
books and expect that 3 days to exam, everything will stick to your head. It's not possible.
It's not possible. Yes.
So, and for the method of assimilating things, this comes to the student.
Yes.
Understand yourself.
Okay.
For me, I am a slow learner. So after a teacher has given me the teaching, they've given me the lesson, I need to go back to my notes.
Sure.
For before the exam, I have to make sure I read that course like 3 to 4 times for
Yes.
me to be
Yes.
able
True.
to write what I know about it in the exam
Clear. Yes.
clearly and understandably. And I'm not someone that cram things. So if I don't understand, there is nothing I'll be able to write in the exam hall.
Sure. Sure.
So the best thing is when it comes to students, love your course, understand yourself, your level. If you know you fall under the brilliant ones, you know how, oh, I can read this in the next 30 minutes and I will understand.
Yes.
But for some of us that will read it for 3 weeks and we'll still be battling with the course,
Yes. Yes.
my dear, you have to keep on reading and
Yes.
reading.
Yes. Yes.
Look for examples that is connected with the topic you are reading, so that even if you don't remember the whole things about the course,
Yes.
you will have idea that, oh, this example can lead you to the right answer.
Sure.
So
Sure.
that is one thing that helps students that are struggling on how to easily get things. You link them to things around you, link them to things you love.
Okay.
So that is how to make things easier and for students to be able to do good.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we are glad to have heard from you. Now, as we part shots, there are, of course, regardless of the challenges you have seen or the good things you have seen, what would you want the children in school, the adults, the teachers, the governments to know about education and maybe put to use? What is it you would have preferred to see in education in the next 5, 10 years?
Well, let me start from the top. If I would say Ugandan education is good,
Okay.
but I want them to like go for the professionals, not for people that are just doing the course for life surviving sake,
Okay.
but people that had the passion and the calling. Are you
Yes.
getting me?
Yes.
So there is this kind of I don't know if they do it here, but I'm sure they would. This teachers training, introduce
Yes.
teachers
Yes.
training, and there's this kind of they have these yearly exams
For teachers.
for teachers
Okay.
that's to make them still fit in the level. You know, education we are increasing, like the knowledge increase every day.
Yes. Sure.
So
Sure.
they have to balance that.
Sure.
Then coming to schools, like owners of schools,
Yes.
the environment students find themselves speaks a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So
Sure.
the building structures, the environment, for some of the schools I'm visiting, is not really welcoming and it does not feel like a home. So
Yes.
for school owners and for the government schools, they should improve in the infrastructures of the
School.
schools and also
Environment.
create labs, like quality labs and
Yes.
any
Yes.
more other things.
Sure. Sure.
Down the teachers,
Yes.
to teachers. Let
They
me tell
will.
you, yeah,
They will. Yes.
to teachers, let me
Yes.
tell you something. You are the secret superstars that the world does not recognize.
Mm.
You are future molders.
Okay.
So I would say to you, build the future rightly by not instilling fears into students or being harsh on them, but
Yes.
teach them with love and bring teaching to the level they will understand.
Okay.
For the students, you are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
And let me tell you something, for you to be great in life, the world is never easy.
Yes.
The
Yes.
journey is never easy.
Sure. Sure.
And for you to have a beautiful story to tell, you have to go through the storm in the sense that you have to love what you're doing, love education, love your courses, and put in your best wherever you can.
Yes.
And above all, you'll be able to make your parents proud, yourself proud, and also your community at large.
Yes.
And to the parents, I know we are all striving to be able to provide for our children, but
Yes.
don't only depend on the financial aspect, but also create time for your children. Your children need to be bonded to you. Your children need to be shown parental love, parental care, parental attention.
Yes.
And create this friendship relationship with your children so that whatever they are going through, be it bad, be it good, they will be able to share it with you. We have
Sure.
some students that are going through molestation, rape, and abuse, both from people within the family and out of the family, but they can't share it with their parents because their parents are too busy
Yes. Yes.
with work. So, to parents, create time, create that relationship aspect with your children so that they'll be able to share everything with you. And with all this joined together, if we all join hands together, the world will be a better place, not only in the educational aspect, but also in the physical, social, mental life of everyone around us. Thank you.
It's been well said. As if you went to school for all this. Thank you so much.
You're
How
welcome.
do people get to you if they wanted one-on-one? How do they get to you?
Well, I am not a network person,
Yes.
but to get to me, I don't have any YouTube account and I don't have any social account. Though I
Yes.
have a Facebook account
And you do WhatsApp.
and I do WhatsApp.
And you have email.
Yes, I have
Uh-huh.
email.
You could share.
So they can reach me on my email.
Yes.
The email is maudrosarah@gmail.com,
Okay.
which is the Sarah, the email is maujrosarah@gmail.com.
No, if I
Okay.
repeat the
Small
email
letter.
again, repeat the email. They'll keep very fast.
Okay.
So they'll take it in very fast. So a common person, that is very hard to get.
Okay.
You will put it there.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's going to see. Okay, slowly.
Okay.
Mm.
For the email, it's maudrosarah@gmail.com. So it's maujrosarah@gmail.com, all in small letters. So it's easier for you to reach me on my email.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are glad to have had you. We pray the Lord guides you and continues to groom you to become a very better person.
Thank you.
I pray we have not wasted your time.
Not at all.
Dear viewer, there is a lot in education. There is a lot even outside education. But as she has said, put in the best efforts. We'll be glad to have you in the next video. Catch you soon.